Hi friends, welcome back to People Full of Joy. If you're new, I'm Cheryl. If you're following along on the sourdough journey, welcome back. This is day number 2. We have our sourdough starter here. We're gonna get this mixed up. We're gonna discard 1 cup of this, and then we are gonna make later, we're gonna make some crackers with our discard. But we need to get our first cup pulled out of this and get our new batch of stuff put in our jar. So let's pull off our cover that we have on here. Let's get our spoon in here. Let's get this mixed a little bit. All right, so we're gonna get our cup of this poured out. Looks like we're just starting to get some bubbles on here. So we're gonna save that. We're gonna add our next cup of flour to this, and we're gonna add our cup of distilled water. We have our pitcher right here, so we're gonna get our cup of water. And we're gonna get this put in here, and we're gonna get this mixed around again. Scrape down the sides of this so we can get all of this in here. Make sure we get as many of the lumps out of it as we can. We don't want to waste any of this, so we're going to use our finger and just kind of scrape all of this off of here. We can see that it is bubbling up a little bit in the jar now that we gave it a second feeding. So we're getting some bubbles down in our jar. I don't know if you guys can see that. We are getting some bubbles down in here, so that's a good sign. Bubbles are always a good thing. So we're gonna go ahead and put our cover back on it, which is just our big coffee filter. Put our rubber band back on here. So this is going to keep it on nice and tight. We're going to keep this clean so that nothing's going to fly into it while it's in our kitchen. And we've got day 2 accomplished. We are ready to let this sit overnight. We'll do the same thing tomorrow. We're going to pull another cup of our discard out, and then we are going to get I think I'm going to wait and do the crackers tomorrow after we do the second pull. Let's wait and do the second feeding of the sourdough. So we'll put this into a jar so we can keep it safe, and it'll just continue to sit in our refrigerator until we're ready to use it tomorrow for the crackers. But I've got a couple different flavors of crackers I want to try. We're going to do an everything bagel seasoning cracker, and then we're going to do an Italian seasoning cracker. My husband requested both of those, so we're going to try those with our discard. But here is our first night with it, and it looks like we are having some success this time around, so that makes me happy. I'm super excited to get to try this. We'll even know more tomorrow when we'll get this in the morning, and we get to see how we are progressing with this, and if it's really starting to bubble up, if we're starting to really get some fermentation going in this jar, which is what we want, because that's what sourdough is really is just fermented bread. That's why it's really good for gut health. So if you're going to eat bread, sourdough is a bread that really is good for you to eat, because that fermentation process and fermenting all of the grains that are in the flour is what makes for good gut health. So here we go. We have number 2 ready to go. We're going to continue this journey. I'm glad that you guys are joining me on this journey together. If any of you are making sourdough along with me, share some pictures in the comments, please. I want to see what your sourdough is looking so we can compare our sourdoughs together, so we can see how everybody is progressing with this little project that we're doing. And so I'm super excited for all of you that have commented and that you guys have sent me messages and said that you're joining me on this journey. I'm super excited to have you along with me. And so we are going to just let this sit now on our counter until tomorrow morning, and we will come back with you guys live tomorrow morning for feeding number 2, which will be day number 3 for our sourdough. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.